I want you to imagine a blacksmith, hard at work, striking a blade countless times for hours, putting that blade under extreme heat and pressure, and just when you would say that it's perfect, the blacksmith turns around and says, there's still more work to be done. It's something that you can take immense pride in and truthfully work on nearly forever, and eventually get to a point where you become the caliber where you can say, this is what it feels like to be the best version of myself. And so the first step of becoming the best version of yourself is setting boundaries on yourself. And you might hear that and think, well, if I want to be the best version of myself, I'd want to try and experience and do as many things as possible. And to a degree that is correct. However, setting boundaries for yourself means having a certain standard for yourself. This is a standard that says, I don't hang out with these people because they're a bad influence, or I don't hang out with these people because they waste my time. I don't indulge in these activities because they're bad for me. These things are wasting my money, wasting my time, or draining my mental health. And to that I say, I don't associate with those things. I have a higher standard for myself, and I value myself in a way where I'm looking for more. And you'd be very surprised to find out that people will happily waste your time, especially when they don't respect their own. And so you want to get into a headspace where you can say, this is not for me, and I'm not going to allow myself to get caught up in these distractions. Because the sooner you can cut these distractions out of your life and start hammering away on your self-development, you'd be amazed at your potential. Once you've taken the step to refine your life and cut out all distractions, the next step is to be forged in fire. And by this I mean, put yourself under immense pressure and build your skills. And the truth is, it is immense pressure. You have to be willing to do the things that most people are not willing to do so that you can have the life and the lifestyle that most people are not able to have. And on the topic of having things or becoming someone, you might want to take a look around and see who's in your life that has the things that you want, or someone that you could even look up to as a role model. One thing that I've done is made a mission statement for myself and asked the question, what does it mean to be the best version of myself? Or what I asked a very long time ago was, what does it mean to be an adult? What are the responsibilities that change from being in childhood to manhood? And you can list these things out for yourself. It can be things such as owning your first car, buying your first house, starting a family, having a degree, whatever you consider to be your ideal view of the best version of yourself. And then once you have that clear image, that mission statement in your head, it is then time to start pounding away for days, months, or even years until you become the person that you've described. And I will say, even for myself, I did not know who I wanted to be for a very, very long time. And that's just a part of life, knowing that you have to bang out the imperfections until you finally get it right. And if you're someone who's in a very similar situation and you don't know who you want to be in life, and you don't know what the best version of yourself looks like, then this is the time to start asking questions and seeking answers everywhere. Within this sphere, I'd be starting to point out the most obvious things in my life that I know I want to change. Whether or not I know how to do it immediately is irrelevant. What's important is that I know where I want to be. If I'm not making the money that I want to make, how do I start doing that? If I'm not managing my time the way that I should be, how do I do that? How do I come up with a schedule or a routine that I know that I can stick to without overwhelming myself? And once I've finally outlined these questions, it's time to start hunting. It's time to start looking and searching everywhere for the answers for these questions. And just by starting off on this journey alone, you'll be very, very well on your way to becoming the best version of yourself.